Hello everyone, welcome. It's time for another Just Chatting stream because no one is available for gaming tonight, so I guess I'm just going to talk for however long. Also, I forgot to turn on the light over there. Let me go do that. Let me go do that. Now that I've done that, yeah, I guess this is gonna be one of those low-key streams where I show off all the cool photos I took. I did a lot of different shit over the week, last week. Because, I was out of town on vacation for my birthday. And one of the things I did was go to Cedar Point. I hung out with my friends up closer to that area. And then I went down to Cleveland to go to a convention for 3 days. And I have tons of cosplay photos for you guys. So if you guys like cosplay photos, well, you're going to be looking at them for the next 20 minutes. So sit tight. Sit tight. Sit fucking tight. Oh, I forgot. I added this, by the way. That's an Easter egg. That's an Easter egg for some of you people. Maybe not all of you people, but some of you people will get it. But yeah, so there was a giant Nest controller that you had a a microcontroller hooked up to it that you could play Mario Bros on. And I'm telling you, this controller, the select button, you can actually see it right there. It's like a little bit slanted. The D-pad barely worked. Like, barely fucking worked. The B and the A button also barely fucking worked. It was very jank, and it was a very subpar experience, which I guess is part of the joke. Like, I pressed A there to jump over the Goombas, and it just didn't jump. Like, I made an audible click on the button, and it didn't jump, and I was pissed off at that. You could actually see me in the background there. You can see my hand just repeatedly tapping the right arrow. But yeah, that's what happened. It's a lot harder than playing on a regular ass controller. I put a Triforce in a giant light bright, which anytime I see this font, it reminds me of Lethal Company, for reasons obvious. There was a bunch of cool Halo shit there. There was like a whole guild of like Halo cosplayers, and they had a bunch of really cool stuff, man. Like obviously all these helmets were handmade, but there was like there's gonna be plenty of photos of Halo throughout this that like example A. Holy shit. But yeah, this is on Friday night. So none of the vendors are open, but like the cosplay booth was open. They were doing karaoke, which you'll see in a second. There was a lot of cool shit. Dude, I'm telling you though, the Halo people are probably the coolest. Also, that was on a stand. These three are actual people, but that one was on a stand. And they had, like, again, they had so many freaking helmets, dude. And then they're right next to the Halo, you had the Star Trek. And I got to pose with a communicator and a I forget what gun they are, but I got to pose next to the Borg, which I guess is cool. Oh, hey, zooming in does still work. Okay, I guess Windows fixed that. I don't know. Can I still zoom in? Yes, I still can zoom in on Photo Viewer. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. But yeah, there's a mystery machine as well. And you know me, I love taking photos of exotic plates. There was a Jurassic Park Jeep, I believe. And it had JUR Park. Again, sucker for this kind of stuff. And so if anybody knows what DARE is, like Dads Against something, I don't fucking know. It's a sham. But Rare, the company that makes your beloved N64 games, keeping kids playing Donkey Kong. It's a pretty good shirt. Speaking of, there was Grant Kirkhope as well as two other Rareware devs back in the 90s. They were there at the show, and it was a really good show. And they had their own Rare panel quote unquote, because, well, I mean, come on, it's, you know, rare. Dad joke, hello? No, but it was very cool to see them. I was very honored. I got I'll show you guys in a second the photos I took with Grant, but he ended up signing my copy of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which was the game that got me into his music. Funnily enough, it took me that late in my life to enjoy his music, if you will. And I bought the VIP badge, which was 120. Regular admission was 60, but I figured, hey, it's my birthday on the 20th. I might as well get, you know, the fancy badge. And it's a fucking SNES cart, man. It's a SNES cart with, like, custom iconography and stuff. Like, come on, man. This is a cool freaking badge. More conventions need to do this kind of crap. 3D printed badges are so cool. Like, genuinely, it is such a nice touch, and it is so cheap to manufacture these things now. God, I could manufacture like 30 of them in a batch if I really wanted to. These things are so cheap to make that having a 3D printed badge, it's a nice novelty item, and they're cheap to make. That probably costs like 50 cents a plastic. That's not going to eat into margins. Will it take more time? Yes, but it's not going to eat into margins. So I want more cons to do this kind of stuff. There's a really cool Deadpool. There was a Ecto 1. There was a Mini Cooper cosplaying as an Ecto 1. There, I said it correctly. And the guy even ripped off the Mini logo. Actually, no, he didn't rip off the Mini logo. The Mini logo was chipping. So he got like a pin, like a Ghostbusters pin, and just like super glued it onto the Mini logo. So it looks natural. It just looks absolutely natural, but I love that. It was such a cool little detail. Oh, and I'm going to have to show you this in 1 second. 1 second. Let me pull it up. But I did actually sing What I've Done by Linkin Park as Link, and I am still proud of that video. That video was hilarious to me. I'm a terrible singer, at least I think I am, but I enjoyed that shit heavily. So let's go back over here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. You could hear people singing it in the background. Fletcher, are you saying I have really bad imposter syndrome with my singing? I mean, a lot of people like it. I think it's awful, but some people like it, I guess. Just random Sans Undertale cameo. There are a couple Sans Undertales, actually. And yes, I unironically call them Sans Undertales. You sang tequila and you said rum instead? That's amazing. That's fucking priceless, dude. That's priceless. Dude, Fletcher, editing is amazing. What the fuck? Dude, your editing is hilarious. I was impressed I held this done really long. And then this one as well. I was impressed I held these notes for so long. Like, I was actually, like, asphyxiated after I got off stage because I held those notes for so long. You could actually see it. Like, you can see... Yeah, I was just like, woo! Yeah, I was asphyxiated after walking off that stage from holding those notes, man. Oh my god. But yeah, that was something I was really proud of. I enjoyed that. That was like the last thing I did on that Friday. People liked your singing. It's similar in a way. Yeah, people did enjoy it. I mean, I heard a lot of people singing with me in the crowd. My one gripe with that karaoke thing, there was loud noise going on in the backgrounds, and I feel like they didn't properly set up the audio for the microphone. Like, they could have easily made it louder. It also didn't help that people were holding the mic, like, this far away, and with a dynamic microphone, you gotta hold it up to your mouth like this in order to make any noise out of it. But, a lot of people don't know that. So they just talk over here and sing over here, and it sounds really quiet, and you can barely hear it. Dynamic mics don't work like that. You have to literally shout into the fucking mic like that. You literally have to have the mic, like, literally an inch away from your mouth in order for it to pick up well. So, between that and it not being properly amplified, it did sound pretty quiet on video. And that's just because I guess they didn't mix their audio correctly, or they just had to limit the sound volume. I don't know. Just got violated. Yeah, I know, that was intentional. But, my point is, they could have definitely made that a little better. And I know they're going to a different venue next year. Unfortunately, I love IX Center. It's a beautiful venue. It's large and has neon everywhere, and I'm a sucker for neon. I'm a sucker for anything out of the 70s. But I guess they found somebody else that's gonna buy it out. I don't fucking know. But hopefully they isolate their panels into different rooms, because just having them in a giant fucking concrete building is a bad idea, because then you have noise pollution going cross-talking over each panel. And that got really bad on Saturday. Like, it got really bad. I don't know. Like, MagFest has, like, 5 different chambers of, like, stuff. So, and they have, like, 10 different rooms for panels. Obviously, this isn't a MagFest tier event. But you would think that they would, have, like, separate rooms. I mean, I guess IX Center is old enough of a place that it doesn't have those. But I guess the new facility they're going to be moving to will have that. But it'd be nice to have panels, like, I guess... cosplay karaoke, be in separate rooms so that you can hear shit better. That was one of my main gripes at CGC. You couldn't hear the shit in front of you because the shit halfway across the room was more audible than it. Yeah, it was hard to hear people in front of you at CGC. Yeah, it's a very loud event. Again, it's a giant concrete building from the 70s. It's gonna happen, unfortunately. It's definitely not the best place to do separate panels at the same time. Now, if you hold a concert in there, that'd be a great place to hold a concert. That's for damn sure. But you have, like, blindfolded Mario 64 speedrunning in one area. You have a raffle going on in another area, and you have cosplay karaoke going on 30 feet away. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Now, obviously, those are all happening at a different time, but figuratively speaking, there were multiple events happening in multiple parts of the venue at the same time, and they just kind of drowned each other out. And I was not a fan of that. But again, that's like my one major gripe I had with that. The prices were fine. I didn't order any food there because, I mean, for God's sake, you have Culver's and Swenson's up there. I'm not going to order any food at a convention when I can just eat Swenson's and Culver's all weekend, which is quite literally what I did. I'm going to admit that. I probably put on a few pounds at that show because I ate so much Swenson's and Culver's. When you're from Maryland and you don't have Swenson's or Culver's, you're going to eat Swenson's and Culver's when you go to Ohio. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. But yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. But no, I did enjoy that show. It was a good time. It was a very good time. Let me quickly, how's it going, Don? But yeah, oh, there was a NES that had Galaga set up, and me and my buddy were playing it basically for a good couple hours. The Culver's in the neighboring town. Dude, we don't have Culver's anywhere around here. The nearest Culver's, I believe, is in Ohio, in Youngstown. That is the closest Culver's to me. I'm pretty sure it's Youngstown, Ohio. We don't have Culver's in Maryland. We don't have Culver's in Pennsylvania. I don't think there's Culver's in either of the Virginias or anywhere in the Northeast. I'm pretty sure they only exist in Florida and the Midwest. So not around here. Not around here. Oh, speaking of Swenson's Burger, triple cheeseburger. I love Swenson's. Fucking love Swenson's. If you ever go to Swenson's, do it. It's Sonic, but if they actually made good food. And I know that's a pretty low bar, but Swenson's blows that bar out of proportion, and it's super good. Yeah, this is Saturday. This is me with a Transformer. I don't know which one. T-Lord, care to explain which Transformer that is? Somebody summon T-Lord. Somebody summon Cookie for me, please, because he knows more about Transformers than I do. Someone summon Cookie, please. And Jacek be like, I'm so skinny. Nah, I'm like average weight now, man. I'm like BMI of, fuck, what is it, like 18 or 17? No, not 18 or 17. Fuck, what is it? Hold on. What's average? Because I'm like dead average on the BMI chart. I'm like dead average. What is dead average? Or like dead normal? I forget what it is. It's been so long since I've seen that. Yeah, it's like 23. Yeah, 22 or 22, I believe. 22 is what my BMI, I believe, is. So I'm very healthy. Albeit I don't eat healthy. I need to eat more veggies. I'm still stuck in the 16-year-old mindset of, fuck you, I want to eat what I want, and it's not veggies. Shit. They also had a bunch of, like, really cool setups. Like, I don't know if you can see them on the right side here, but they had a bunch of, like, old 70s retro-styled rooms that you could play games in. And there's a photo of me in one of them up ahead here. Yeah, here it is. Like, look at this. This is pretty sick. I love this. This brings me great joy seeing this kind of stuff. You're just transported right back into the 80s in one of these rooms. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, they had a couple of these. They had a Pizza Hut one too. Yeah, pure 80s room. Dude, I loved it. It was so cool to look at. Like, I felt like I was in 1989 just like playing Mario on the NES. It was pretty cool. Oh, there's an Aerith. Oh, by the way, there was the voice actress for Tifa. Obviously, right over here. I forget her name. But she was there at the show, and there was a ton of Tifa and Aerith and a couple Clouds as well. There was a lot of FF7 cosplayers at the show, and obviously my sense of humor, because if you've played the game or if you've not and you just know spoilers of the game, spoiler alert, by the way, anytime I see an Aerith cosplayer, I have to pull my Master Sword out and pretend to stab them in the back. They understand why it's funny, and they love it. They think it's hilarious. But I do that anytime I see an Aerith cosplayer, just because the funny haha. If you know why that's funny and fucked up, you know why that's funny and fucked up. If you don't, I'm not going to explain that joke. Play FF7 or watch someone play it. Oh, and Nostalgia Critic and Channel Awesome. I got to get a photo with all of them. I was pretty excited about that. These guys are pretty cool, and obviously everyone's seen the gifs of him doing like the clapping and the pointing at the television or at the monitor screen. I mean, this guy's super famous. Yeah, the Nostalgia Critic. Yes, the Nostalgia Critic. He's a super cool guy too. Like you could just talk, you could just walk up to him and go like, "Hey, how's it going?" This, that, and another. Super fun guy to talk to. Great sense of humor. Very approachable. Very down to earth. A very good guy. Very good guy. But yeah, well, the whole crew was there, and they're all good people. They were great people. And he ended up signing my badge. I'll show you a photo of that in a second. But he basically was signing anything for free. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Can you sign my badge? In fact, I have my badge right here. I could show you right now. Yeah, Doug Walker signed my badge. I just have to... My hand is invisible. Bruh. Alright, fuck you. I'm turning off the green screen. No more green screen. There we go. He's like the AVGN of movies, basically. But yeah, I got a couple of these ribbons on mine. It's not a ribbon convention like MagFest, but people are still giving them out. And then Doug Walker signed the back of it right there. That's Doug Walker. But no, really cool guy. Had a great time chatting with him. Is that a real SNES cartridge? No. No, it's not. It's the badge. It's the badge for the convention. I'll show it to you again. But yeah, let me show you. You just scroll. Use the scroll wheel. Oh. Oh, hold on. My photo viewer broke. Give me a second. Photo machine broke. Please send backup. Photo machine broke. Let me find the badge. There it is. But yeah, this is the badge, Alex. It is quite literally a 3D printed SNES cartridge made of gold filament. And it has like a custom logo on it, like a custom parody logo. I absolutely loved this badge. It was super cool looking. Alright, now to scroll all the way over again. Still very cool. There was a left shark. I'm so mad Tanner isn't here. Because, yeah, there was a left shark just walking around. Which is also really cool, because it made me immediately think of Tanner. Playing TTT with him. It immediately made me think of that. But he ended up hugging me, too, which is really cool. That's my buddy playing Galaga. He ended up getting like 120,000. Yeah, he broke 120 after I took this photo. He is absolutely cracked at Galaga. I thought I was good at it. Nah, he's better than me at it. Now, if you give me Mappy, I know how to beat the shit out of Mappy. That's a lie. I can get to like 60,000, but there are people who can easily break that. Especially at these conventions. Oh my god, you have people like triple my age who play these games since they were my age. Speaking of Tifa, that's one of the cosplayers. She had a Blastoise armor set that she made out of foam behind me. And she also has a Ita car? A Tashi car? One of those weeb cars of Diva from Overwatch. Oh, and there was a R2-D2 just strolling around with people actually do make these and they're really freaking sick. I love seeing R2-D2s just strolling around. I think this is the second one I've seen in my life. Yeah, it just strolls around. Another cool plate. Ratchet and Clank. I was not expecting to see Ratchet and Clank. I mean, let's be real here. Ratchet and Clank is really not talked about anymore, so I was impressed to see Ratchet and Clank cosplay. And yes, Clank is on the back. He's the backpack. I love that. But yeah, this guy cooked. Hatchet and Clanker. Oh my god. Fletch, what am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do with you? Not Shockwave. Soundwave. Soundwave backpack. Oh, and speaking of Transformers, Bumblebee. This guy was sick as hell. He ended up winning one of the cosplay contest awards. Deservedly so. This was sick. I mean, just come on, guys. Look at that. The tires even spin. The dude was like, yeah, spin the tires. They actually spin. And they spun. Have you seen any Count Bleck cosplays yet? No. Don, if you ever come to Maryland, you should cosplay Count Bleck. You should totally do it. He even had like a groovy license plate there. Like, this dude was completely kitted out. I absolutely love this cosplay. Oh, hey Don, it's your favorite waifu, Nami. And I don't know her name, but she's also from One Piece, I'm pretty sure. But I got a photo with Nami. I actually got a photo with 2 different Nami cosplayers. This is just one of them. Don, could you tell me who the girl in black is? I assume you know, because I'm assuming it's One Piece. Is the right one from One Piece? I'm assuming. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not the weeb in the group. But I know for a fact that's Nami on the left. Looks like a goth version of Megumin. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Oh, this guy is a Harlem Globetrotter. He was a former Harlem Globetrotter. Derek Polk, I believe, is his name. She's not in One Piece. Okay. But yeah, this guy was really cool to talk to. Like, he had a bunch of cool little basketball tricks he could do. Very good guy. Very, very fun guy to chat with. And of course, I got a photo with Bumblebee as well. But no, really cool guy. I just love running into just random people from like random walks of life. They're super cool to talk to. There's only 3 goths in One Piece, and she's not one of them. Oh yeah, and I believe it's that Deadpool. Yeah, that Deadpool drives this car in Cleveland, and he's an Uber driver, and he literally goes by Deadpool Uber driver, and people just randomly summon an Uber, and it'll be him, and they'll basically get to sit. You're the Wolverine. Oh hey. But yeah, this guy literally is an Uber driver and just picks people up in like a Deadpool themed car, which is like sick as hell, by the way. I absolutely have mad respect for that. But the dude was super cool to talk to. Him and Kyle Logan, the Wolverine in the picture, were both super, super fun to talk to. I had a great time talking to both of you. You guys were super fun. And then this Batman was sick as hell too. Dude, I'm telling you, man. The Marvel and DC fandom may not be great, but the Marvel and DC cosplayers just fucking go hard, and they are amazing at it. I absolutely love these cosplays. All 3 of these. There was a Bonnie from FNAF. And there was a Miss Frizz. I geeked out over this so fucking hard. I don't think you understand how much I geeked out when I saw this. As an avid enjoyer of Magic School Bus as a kid, this is this kind of stuff I watched when I was young. I geeked so hard when I saw her. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Tangled, because at first I thought like, oh, the lizard from Tangled. No. When I saw the dress and it was all planets and shit, I'm like, wait a minute, you're Miss Frizz. And I like lost it. I became really good friends with her during the show. She ended up winning a cosplay contest award, deservedly so. I absolutely loved her outfit. She looked so good. She did so well. I'm like super proud of her. Became good friends with her. But yeah, dude, I'm geeking out over photos. This is just what I do. I live stream all the cool photos I took and I go like, I love this one. I also like this one, but I love this one. It's like the Top Gear meme. It's like, this is cool, but I like this one more. But no, I love them all. But yeah, I absolutely love that she had like the little lizard on her shoulder too. So DevGod, I actually did mention to her, like, one of my favorite scenes growing up was when Arnold took his helmet off in space and his face just became a block of ice. That is still, like, ingrained in my head, that scene of him taking his helmet off and just becoming a block of ice. I still remember that to this day. That is, like, etched into my skull. Another, a Sora. I was not expecting to see KH there, but there was a Sora. First episode and Arnold freaking dies. I mean, he doesn't die, he just gets a really bad cold at the end of the episode, but realistically, he would die if he were to take his helmet off. But yeah, there's a Sora. This guy actually had a really cool keyblade. Like, it was 2 keyblades, like, conjoined, and then he did some, like, cardboard shenanigans to, like, make it even cooler. I absolutely have mad respect for this, and I don't know how the hell he did it. I think there's electrical tape or something holding them together. Either way, dude was a bad man. This sword is absolutely sick. This is a convention that happens in October. I unfortunately will not be going because on October 4th is RisuCon in Montgomery County, Maryland. And A, it's cheaper. B, it's closer. C, it's closer. D, it's closer. E, I know half the staff there. So I don't know. I'm going to go to RisuCon just because it's cheaper, closer, and I know half the people there. It would be cool to go to Pittsburgh Gaming Expo, maybe next year. But the problem is that as we get closer to the end of the year, a lot of conventions like to just trip over each other. And it gets really bad in mid-October. There's like Baltimore Comic-Con, Carlisle Comic-Con, and Sci-Fi Valley all in the same weekend. And one's in Altoona, one's in Carlisle, both in Pennsylvania, like 2 hours apart. And then one's in Baltimore. It's like, come on, guys. You have 3 conventions, all like more or less 2 hours apart from each other. Very, very shitty planning. Exactly. Oh, and there was a, hold on, let me rotate this. There was a girl with a purse that had a, My Adventure book, and I'm going to send this to my mother because she loves that movie. I mean, obviously, everyone knows what this is from, I would like to hope. But this is one of my favorite childhood movies. I really loved this movie as a kid. This one I took for Peyton because he loves Haikyuu, and I believe this is Haikyuu. This was a Resident Evil tattoo that some guy had. Really sick tattoo. I believe from RE2 or RE1, or maybe 4. I don't know. I haven't played RE yet, and I need to. But my one friend is a huge RE geek, and she loved this tattoo. There's me with a little Link. There's so many kids just walking up to me like, can I get your photo? And the parents are just like, they shrugged and just took a photo. But no, there's a lot of them. They're like, again, another one. Literally, this kid ran up to me to get a photo with me, and then these two ran up to me to get a photo with me. But yeah, and of course, I give out rupees to everyone, and whenever you give a rupee to these kids, it like makes their day. Like that shit is priceless. I'm sorry, giving a rupee to like a nerd adult is cool and all, but when like a 6-year-old who's played the game knows what it is, he's like, "Mommy, I got a rupee." Like, come on, that's priceless, man. That's priceless. That's why I go to these conventions, because it's priceless. It is a priceless experience. Warhammer. A really cool Warhammer cosplay. It had a bunch of stamps on it, a bunch of different badges, and of course the chainsaw sword. I mean, come on. There's nothing else to say. This is sick as hell. There's actually a really cool Warhammer cosplay that I have photos of later in the slides. But yeah, dude, this is not all in one piece, but it definitely was on a 3D printer. You can see the seam lines occasionally, but man, the paint job is amazing. I love how it looks all scraped up at the top here. Like, it looks well worn. Like, it definitely looks like it's been through some shit. And I love that. I absolutely love that. There's a peach. I jokingly started singing the Peaches song to her because, you know, funny, haha. I forgot about this shirt. This is a goated freaking shirt. Absolutely goated shirt. Absolutely goated. Oh my god. If you know what this is from, good for you. If you don't know what this is from, you're uncultured. But I love double references and parodies. So this when I saw this shirt, like, it made my day. It made my day. And Smiling Friends. I forget the character's name, but Smiling Friends. Oh, speaking of, Nostalgia Critic was in Smiling Friends. He cameoed in it, and I didn't know about that until I talked to him, and he was like, yeah, I cameoed in Smiling Friends. So I'm like, what? But yeah, no. Smiling Friends mentioned. Mimikyu. Very cute plushie. I didn't know it existed, and Chills had a cameo as well. Yeah, Chills was like not the puddle. Was he the puddle? Or was Chris Chan supposed to be the puddle? No, no, Chills was the guy who's like, can I get, he was the guy who was taking the order at the, food place. Took a photo of this for a friend because, you know, they're bronies. And then there's Nico from One Shot as well. There's a Spanker from Halo. Again, the Halo people just came in full force at this show. I absolutely love seeing all the Halo props. Fucking love the Halo props. It's unfortunate what happened to the franchise, but I mean, you gotta give it to these people, man. You gotta give it to these people, man. And there we go. There we fucking go. I loved this cosplay. I absolutely loved it. Number 15. Can I get a number 15? Oh, there was even like a Captain Toad and a Captain Toadette in the back here. I don't know if you can see them, but dude, this guy had like words all over his armor. Like, this must have taken forever to make. This is all EVA foam, by the way. You may not be able to tell on a photo, but in person, you could tell this is all foam, and it looked sick. Absolutely freaking sick. But no, I'm surprised this guy didn't enter the cosplay contest, because he easily would have won. But yeah, he had a bolt gun on his arm and everything, dude. I fucking loved this. I mean, just look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. This is cool. This is fucking cool. Oh, and there was a Fumo. I found a Fumo at a convention that isn't MagFest. I was impressed. There was a PC98 Marissa at CGC. I was not expecting to see a Fumo at CGC. I was almost tempted to bring my Sakuya with me, and I didn't. But that is a real PC98 Marissa Fumo, and I had to get a photo with it because, as you all know, being part of the Fumo Owners Club, I got to take photos with the Fumos. But no, I was really geeking out over that. I was not expecting to see Tuhu at a gaming convention. I mean, I'm sorry, Tuhu is just one of those incredibly niche franchises that no one really cares about unless you know about it. So this is cool to see. This kind of made my day seeing that. Oh, and speaking of things that made my day, Shrek. We had a Lord Farquaad, we had a Shrek, and we had a gingerbread man. Oh my god, dude! I could not believe it. I was referencing the Three Little Pig quotes like he huffed and he puffed and he signed an eviction notice. I was referencing that to Lord Farquaad just to be funny. Dude, this is a whole family cosplay and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. There's Doug's signature on the badge. There's another Nami. Dawn. There's another Nami. Or her tattoo wore off, but and then there's another character from One Piece. I don't know her name. But could somebody please enlighten me, as someone who is not a weeb, who is the pink-haired girl? Who is the pink-haired girl from One Piece? What's her name? Enlighten me, please. I beg you. Please enlighten. I need to be enlightened. Perona? That's her name? Oh, and there was, shoot, what's her name from Horizon Zero Dawn? I cannot remember her name for the life of me. But I was not expecting to see a cosplay of her, and yet I did. Alloy, thank you. Or Aloy. But no, she looked really good. Like, she had fur boots. She had, like, just a random strand of rope. She had a quiver. Again, and her braids were great, too. She did a great job. Like, very well detailed. The necklaces as well. Again, amazing job of a cosplay. I'm surprised she didn't enter the cosplay contest, because she easily would have knocked it out. Looks harder than the actual character. I agree. JD Vance, we agree. JD Vance, we agree. Cloud Strife. Oh. Teto word of the day. I asked this one what Teto word of the day was, and Teto said arson. So, Teto word of the day, arson. There you go. Also, this Teto stole Miku's cosplay, or Miku's outfit, and stole her leak as well. Big funny. There's the photo of all the winners for the cosplay contest. You had Captain Planet. You had Fallout 4 protagonist. You had a bunch of teenagers dressed up in Halo outfits. Two of the cosplay judges were cosplaying as Tifa and Aerith, very fittingly. There was a Michael Afton in the background. There's Miss Frizz. Trying to see what else. There's a Call to Lamb up there. Shoot, what else? Oh, this is crap. What is? I forget his name from Overwatch. I'm pretty sure that's Overwatch. Like 90% sure that's Overwatch. Junko, maybe? No. I don't know my Overwatch characters. The other goth in that Nami and random goth girl, I think, was Ruby Rose from Ruby. Oh! I completely forgot that existed. That Ruby is one of those things where, like, I just forget it exists, and then someone reminds me of it, and then I forget it exists again. It's one of those franchises that's very forgettable. And I don't mean that in a demeaning sense. I just mean that it's very forgettable because, again, no one talks about it. Oh, there was not Edward Scissorhands, but I forget the name of it. It's like the brother of Edward Scissorhands. There's a lot of cool cosplays, though. Oh, there was Helldivers, of course. And one of the judges was also Sailor Venus. There's Grant Kirkhope, Steve Mails, and Kevin Bayless, all part of the Rare team. There's Grant with my Jiggy that I 3D printed. I got to have him hold it with me. I was very excited about that. Very, very awesome guy to talk to. Loved chatting him up. Very nice guy. Helped, he was just very fun to talk to. And, of course, he made the DK rap. I mean, for God's sake, the DK rap is ingrained in every one of our minds because of this guy right here. This guy right here did it. And he's a fucking legend for that. There was a Cars CRT. And then that's when the next convention happens. Oh, there was a dude with just like RGB lighting on his truck. Like, Jesus Christ. Tell me how much you enjoy wasting money on your truck, dude. The most extra truck in the world. That does look like her, Don. That does look like her. You're probably right. And don't worry, Alex. I'll be adding that shit post to the best of. Miku on a Kia Soul. Only on the hood of a Kia Soul too, not on the rest of the car. Just on the hood of the Kia Soul. This was parked right next to me, so I was like, okay, you get a photo. Call of Duty. I just think of all I can think of is the meme where it's just like the guy with the skull helmet just sitting in the passenger seat, dead staring the guy in the driving seat. That's all I can think of looking at these guys. All I can think of. There was more Halo. This guy was doing like a really cool idle animation too. Here, I'll show it here. Like, come on, man. That's pretty sick. There's a Daisy. A Tainari for Kira. Kira, if you're here, there was a Tainari. I don't know if she's still here. But yeah, there was Catboy. I think he's a cat. I don't know. Feel free to yell at me, Kira. There was a group of people basically running a starship. Because there was actually a lot of Trekkie shit there too, believe it or not. There was a lot of like Star Trek inspired shit. Perfect couple. You have Sports Daisy and Luigi. Like, the relationship goals right there. Relationship goals. Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. She even had like fake candy in the hair, which is really cool. Really nice touch. She even had cherry earrings. I took a picture, and while I was taking a picture, I'm like, cherry earrings? I love those. Like, those are so cool. But yeah, no, she looked great. And then if anybody knows what Metallica is, there was a Kill 'Em All parody, Crit 'Em All. I saw this and I almost bought it. Just because, again, I'm a sucker for parodies. I almost bought this thing. Oh. Here's me playing Duck Hunt for 3 minutes. I think I ended up getting, like, what, 115,000? Yeah, I ended up getting 115,000. I enjoy me a good Duck Hunt. It's like the one NES game I'm good at. Oh, here's me playing it for 12 minutes. I ended up getting 265,000. I know people who can easily break that, but still, I mean, I'm proud of myself. Jasic Jack. Jasic Jack. Oh, Alex, you'll like this. You'll like this. There was like a House of Horrors setup. So let's go through it. There's the Momo, if anybody remembers Momo from like those fake children's shows. There's Sonic EXE. There's obviously the Chris Chan amulet, of course, that has to exist in the House of Horrors. There's Majora, obviously. Ben drowned. Polybius. Yeah, the Sonic Shoe Medallion. And Lavender Town Syndrome, and of course Slenderman. It was just like a funny little House of Horrors. It was like an exotic little shitpost, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Bottom right. He was selling a book. No, a creepypasta stories. From Sonic Shoe, Polybius to Slenderman. There was the T-Rex Transformer. I forget the name of it. But T-Lord or Tanner will yell at me in post. That's from Resident Evil, as well as that. That was just, I think that was, what's his name? Shoot, what's his name? I'm bad with names. Kyle Logan, I believe, recommended these to me. I think this was his cosplay, and he was showing me these. A Needler from Halo. Another Needler from Halo. A whole lineup of Halo cosplayers. Like, dude, just take this in. This guy has a gravity hammer. That guy has the ball, which is a skull, but it's the ball. Like, dude, these are so sick. I don't even know half the weapon names, but like, dude, you gotta give credit to these people, man. You gotta give credit to them. These are sick. Absolutely sick. I'm not even a Halo fan. I gotta respect this shit. More Halo props. Even more Halo props and photos. Ghostbusters. I was reading chat. Alex immediately starts talking about ghosts, and then Ghostbusters appear. Slimer. And they were selling a Donkey Kong Country parody, like lager, at the show. It was $11. A, I'm not going to pay $11 for beer. B, I'm not going to pay $11 for beer. C, I don't drink beer. D, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed the taste, and it wouldn't have been worth $11. I should have went to a Giant Eagle and bought some and gave it to my dad or my friends, but again, I don't drink beer. Oh, and this guy had a working mystery box. It actually played the noise. You guys can't hear the noise, but it actually did play the noise. Give me a sec. I'll pull up the actual video that has the noise. But really, really freaking cool. Oh, sec. But yep. Oh, there was also this. So I'm about to leave for the convention. So I was leaving for the convention on Friday. I just got into the hotel, dropped off all my shit, and then I go out to my car, and there is a cardboard box behind my car. Metal Gear. Metal Gear. But yeah, no, I thought that was pretty amusing. There was a, like, real functioning mystery box. This guy also had a sick impression of Scout. Darth Jar Jar. He ended up doing the, hey, Chuckle Nuts wash the dishes impression, which I enjoyed. There was a Bayonetta. Fluttershy from MLP. The chain... Oh, hold on. Let me orientate this correctly. That's not correct. That's correct. There was a very... This is actually... I'm not even kidding when I say this. This is a very rare Resident Evil 4, like, PS2 controller. These things quite literally cost $300 for a reason. They are super rare, and this one was in exceptional condition. If I had fuck you money to burn, I would have gifted this to my friend because she loves RE. But I also don't have fuck you money to burn for that. So, yeah, but it's still a cool controller. I mean, come on, man, look at that. 2 Tifas. Me holding the Mimikyu plushie. The giant freaking arcade area. This thing was huge, by the way. Like, that's one side of it. That's the other side of it. There was a bunch of rhythm game machines over there. You had DDR. You had the Korean DDR that I forget the name of. You had the vacuum one where you had to, like, tap panels in a circle. Pretty sure they had Hatsune Miku somewhere in there. They had a bunch of Virtua On and Virtua games from Sega. Pretty sure they had Mario Kart GP up there. They had a bunch of shit, a bunch of old, like, 2000s arcade machines over there. And then they had a whole Tecmo, like, you know, the old NES football game Tecmo over here. And Tetris, too. They had a Tetris tournament going on. There's me with Brother Noki, a viewer that I've known for a couple years. We got to meet IRL. Oh, I forgot Apple does live images. But yeah, I think that's all the photos I took of that. I have other photos that I'm not going to show you guys. Like, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I went to Cedar Point. But yeah, though, I mean, like, everyone has photos of Cedar Point in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I'm not going to bother showing you guys those. But yeah, the only thing scarier than Ben Drowned is a woman actor playing a Ghostbusters character. You're not wrong. You're really not wrong. You got a point there, bud. You got a point there. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to show you guys in relation to that. Life is picking up as of late. Of course, as soon as I get home from the convention, everything starts to pick up again. Both work-related stuff and other personal stuff has decided to take place. So if I don't stream as often, that's why. If I do start streaming often or just randomly, that's also why. Just a lot of stuff has happened since, like, literally as soon as my birthday happened, like, just a bunch of random shit started happening. So I'm getting the ball rolling on certain things. Good things may happen, bad things may happen. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not clairvoyant when it comes to that stuff. But I guess that's all I gotta say. I don't know. I can't think of anything else to do. It's 10 o'clock. I mean, I could video edit, but I have stuff to do early in the morning. I'm going to a small convention in Glen Burnie tomorrow, so I'll be doing that. You'll probably see photos of that eventually. And then there'll be RisuCon next week. Hear me out, best of video edit stream. Here's the thing. Again, I literally just said, though, here's the thing. I have places to go tomorrow. So I want to do that. It's just I will be up till 3 a.m. doing that, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I have to wake up at 7. So I can't really do that. But yeah, thank you all for being here. If you missed out on any of the photos, you can obviously go back into the VOD and see them. But yeah, stay savage, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.